no, it's not that problem.
Again, this was not done for theatrics or anything, but it is kind of cool that
the mystique.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
There we
Hey,
go.
Jimmy.
Got headphones.
I think we're back.
Awesome.
Sorry about that whole computer lockup.
Yep. Sorry about that, everybody out there
Wow.
in YouTube land. Thanks
That
for
has
being patient.
never happened once.
And Joe, so that's how everyone can make $1 million. Thanks for having you on.
Yeah,
Appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks for the extra insight while everybody was offline. It's all good.
Yeah. And sorry,
That's the key to world peace.
And guys, we ran out of time. Sorry. See you next. No,
Yeah.
Whatever happened, I am sorry about that.
Yeah.
It won't happen again. Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah.
Jimmy, are we back on the same link, Jimmy?
I don't know.
Because
I just kind of hit it right away and just slapped right back into it.
Yeah, because let's just make sure the
link. People are in the chat.
Yeah,
people are in the chat. So.
Okay, so are we? Let me make sure we're live again. Hold on.
We are live. I see it. I'm watching it right now.
Oh, okay, so we're because I don't. I'm looking at it. I don't see it.
We're live.
You sure?
I'm absolutely positive.
We're live. I think we're in a different link. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, is it a different link now, or?
I don't know that. I just signed back in real fast. I didn't.
All right, hold on. Let me get the link out to all of our YouTube and channels, just so. Yeah, it's a different link. Hey, okay. So, let me get this. So sorry for the technical issues here. Let me just make sure we get everyone. This out.
That was a little unnecessary.
Yeah, that was a little crazy. So let me just get this back on the Eric, if you don't mind hitting up all the Telegram channels with the new link that's in the public link, that would be great of you. Thank you. Cool. Okay, so
not par for the rest of the week.
So I think we're back live. So thank you everyone for being patient there. Sorry, a little technical difficulties when a computer crashes when we're trying to do that, but looks like we're on. I see people back on the YouTube channel, so thank you. And Joe, yes, that is how you make $1 million. Thank you for that. And it's solid advice and good to go. That is solid advice. Thank you. And thank you. No. So yes. So again, Joe, thank you for spending the time here with us at the Warrior Hour. We call it the Warrior Hour, as you can tell. And and I just watched one of your AMAs. So very excited to have you on again. We do have a couple, and happy. Thank you. And we actually happen to have a couple questions for you, kind of like an interview style sort of thing. If you don't mind, if we can pick your brain on a couple of questions we had.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I got a couple
questions
for you, if you don't mind.
Oh no, you please, you go first.
We didn't mean to interrupt you.
Hey, Joe, sorry, I'm James. That was my fault. My computer crashed. I am sorry about that. How about what you tell us a little bit about your background and maybe how that got you the insight that you have into crypto? It helped you gain any insights into crypto?
Yeah, absolutely. So when Bitcoin was making its entrance, around 2010, so I was halfway through grad school, doing a PhD in engineering, right? And like anybody who does a PhD in pretty much anything, there's a lot more idle time than you care to admit on those things. When you actually think of a lot of companies and everything, like from Google to Yahoo, they were done by graduate students with too much time on their hands, basically. And as I was doing graduate school and there was in engineering, a lot of computer modeling, I actually became familiar with Bitcoin by just interacting with online community, particularly on modeling and using GPU cards to do a specific type of model that was central to my thesis. And people at the time were talking about mining these things using GPUs, and Bitcoin was still very, very much in its infancy. In the meantime, I also was kind of playing online poker back then, not professional or anything like that, just like for kicks, and also playing League of Legends. And I remember that I heard about Bitcoin in the poker table, and then I heard about Bitcoin while playing a League of Legends game a while back. And then I was thinking, damn, this is, whatever this is, like it definitely got the hold of the digital community.
Yeah.
And after that, I started to do a little bit of digging, joined the Bitcoin Talk forums. When I joined, Satoshi was still there. I actually have a screenshot of something that I printed that is on my desk, which is essentially a screenshot where you have one of my comments and Satoshi replies to something else, not to me, to someone else, but you can kind of see his username and mine in the same screen.
Wow.
So
Oh,
that's
cool.
kind of like printed and framed in my office. That's my claim to fame. Then
For sure.
I was mining Bitcoin in graduate school. I accumulated at the time. At the time, you could get about 1 or 2 Bitcoins like pretty easily. I started mining a little bit later, not in the really early days when you could get a lot of these things. And then I accumulated about 102 Bitcoins and promptly sold them for $60 each. And I thought I made an amazing deal. And as a graduate student, that felt like all the money in the world.
Of course.
And after that, I continued focusing on my PhD, and then I got a job, I graduated, etc. And then one day I revisited this whole Bitcoin thing and found out that it was trading at something like $200, $300 and actually making a very substantial run up to 1,000.
Right.
And I remember thinking at the time, I had that realization of, like, damn, like this thing actually took off. Like all the things that people were talking about and thinking it could happen, etc. And at that point, I knew that this was going to be it. And this was just before Ethereum got released. I started kind of getting back into it back then. Like Litecoin was also becoming like pretty popular, and all those guys, like more of the baseline products. Coinbase was just getting started,
Right.
and they were offering like Bitcoin as well. And I got back into it. And then in the meantime, Ethereum came, smart contracts. A lot of people very quickly realized the potential of this. I don't think anybody estimated that Ethereum was going to be in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, but they realized what it meant. And and since then, been involved in the field to various degrees, now pretty much, full time, as they say. And my background in engineering and parents that were in finance, like both my parents are finance people. My mom was an accountant. My dad was a finance guy.
That's gotta
So
help.
sometimes, so sometimes I call my mom and they'll talk about, my mom was like, "Can you believe that oil futures today are trading at $22?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's ridiculous." It's like pretty crazy conversations. So I always had that affinity for finance in general, and that kind of enabled me to really appreciate the transformative force. There's really no other word that is crypto. I think crypto is going to change like how we do finance, and not just finance, but how it's going to enable the internet to become everything that it can be.
Right.
And crypto is going to be the bedrock behind some of that. So for me, as an engineer, as a little bit of a nerd, as a guy who really loves this kind of stuff, I mean, it was just heaven, basically.
I can see that.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Can you tell me a little bit about the team and how y'all came together and just
sure.
just got together to figure this out?
Yeah, absolutely. So initially I joined Yummy. I'm not the founding member or the original owner of the project. I joined as an investor.
Okay.
And at the time I joined, about a few days afterwards, the market just started tanking like hard. This was back in May. And when that happened, I realized that I could help the original team to stabilize the project a little bit. So I kind of offered my services, which were like promptly accepted. And then I joined the team as a CTO at the time. And we started, helping. I also have a team I worked with like in the past that we worked on other projects, and they kind of helped navigating, stabilizing the community. And in the meantime, the original team pretty much started making themselves scarce, not showing up on socials and such. And eventually we were like left in the boat without a captain. So what I did to the community was, okay, guys, we don't have contract ownership. We don't have a lot of control about this. What I can do is can write a new contract, got a developer that I work with. We're going to make a new contract. We're going to fork this. Anybody that wants to join us, welcome to do so by essentially voting or sending your tokens. If not, no hard feelings. V1 still exists. You can trade the contract. You can try to do whatever you can from it. But we're simply jumping to another ship, and let's see what happens. Sure. And about 70 to 80% of the circulation of the tokens essentially said yes and transferred their tokens. We use the old tokens to extract some of the liquidity from the old project, kind of create the bedrock for the new one. And now here we are. Then used a lot of those proceeds to create the growth fund, which can get a little bit more detail and a few other unique aspects about the project. And yeah, we kept moving forward.
Sounds great, man.
Yeah.
We're happy to be working with you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Thank you.
Learning a lot. We're kind of in that ambiguous period in between, looking for some additional financial services, not a whole opportunity that hasn't been exploited from how we're interacting with the token. So we're
Yeah, and
always,
I think you
always
guys have an
welcome.
amazing platform. I think from what you guys have created and everything so far, it's been like a really interesting platform, very professional, very appealing. I think you guys are doing like a really good job. I really like working with the whole interface and how easy it was to set up everything from NFTs and images, the mint aspect. Really, really top notch stuff.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we're trying to make it as easy as possible for the customer base. You know, just,
Yeah.
the more simple we can make the technology, the more people will adopt the technology. That's our position on that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yep. We're glad to have you. Actually, I wouldn't mind asking a question that would kind of piggybacks off of Jimmy's question. From what we understand, your original team, they are the team that you have now. They were not originally part of the project.
No,
Can you
they're
talk
all
about?
just like investors. Yeah, so all the investors or active community members, which were interested in participating in the project, and then DM a few of them. Hey, you want to be part of the admin team? I had some of the members were part of another team I work with in other projects as well. That were kind of like a small band of brothers. They joined the admins as well. And, we grew the team to about 18 people right now, like 17, 18. And some admins are, moderating chat. Others are for like the marketing aspect. Others helping with managing the socials, variety of teams. So we keep the organization pretty flat. There's structure and logic to the chaos a little bit, but everybody is kind of like, friends, and we're all interested in seeing the project succeed. Everybody is pretty much volunteering their time, really working very, very hard to get things done, especially during the migrations. As that was undergoing, we had a lot of support to the users and everything, so that took a lot of work. But yeah, everybody is just trying to make this project all it can be.
That's awesome. That is awesome. And speaking of one of your team members, last time we had Corey on the show, which I think was a couple of shows back. One of the hot topics of discussion was everybody and questions that we've had about the Yummy and the Growth Fund. We've been getting a lot of questions about that. Can you talk a little bit about the Growth Fund?
Absolutely. So if you think about the current reflect tokens or tokens with tax, or even any token in general, you have the token itself and it has a market cap, and then you have the liquidity pool of the token, right? That's the most common setting right now. The liquidity pool, essentially, the bigger it is, the easier it is for someone to enter or exit, like to make a buy or a sell. And how much you move in price depends how much you have in your liquidity pool. If you have $1 million in your pool, someone buys $1,000, they're going to move the price like 0.1%, right? But if you had $100,000, they would have moved the price like 1%. So it would be a higher step change. Having a lot of liquidity is great because it makes the market very fluid. Like stocks, for example, are heavily liquid. Something like Tesla, you could buy and sell it in seconds, basically, because the market is so liquid. But the problem that has is that in the case of tokens, if you have $1 million of liquidity, that $1 million is not doing anything. It's just sitting there in the pool, right? It's providing a venue for people to buy and sell. So what we did was we actually took a lot of the liquidity that exists in V1. That's why I needed people's V1 tokens to drain some of the liquidity from V1 and then put the proceeds into the growth fund, which then you can stake into staking contracts and get paid a yield for it. So the growth fund right now yields about $1,500 a day. That's cash that lands on the contract, like in BNB or BUSD, essentially a stable token that is highly liquid. And then you can do whatever you want with it. You can use it to buy back tokens, which is what we do mostly, but you can also pay for marketing. You could do whatever you want. And in the meantime, you still have a baseline liquidity in the project that people can buy and sell and do whatever they do. But you don't have excess liquidity that makes your price much harder to move. And you're putting that capital to a good use. Because a problem that a lot of projects face is, for example, if you have a market cap, let's say of 5 million, and your liquidity pool is like 2 million, that makes it super hard for you to move in price, unless you have a very substantial buy pressure. So someone could buy $50,000 of your pool and only move the price like 2%, right? So it would be a big buy, monetarily speaking, but it wouldn't actually do much for the chart.
Yeah.
But if you reduce the liquidity, it makes it a lot more volatile. And one of the things we learn is that in crypto, stagnation equals death kind of thing. Like people like volatility, even if they don't admit that they do. Like people just kind of like the graph to be up and down. So that's essentially it. The growth fund is capital that we used from the original liquidity, put it into staking contracts, generating a profit, generating a cash, like on a daily basis, or basically every few seconds. And then we use that cash most of the time to buy back the tokens for Yummy at market. So right now we buy about 1.5, like 1.5 or $1,500 a day, basically, of Yummy tokens. But the high before the market had this correction, growth fund was as high as 1.5 million and was yielding as much as $4,000 a day. So, which is very substantial buy pressure if you could keep that up for several days.
Yeah, Corey was talking about some of the philanthropic efforts that you guys get involved with some of the money coming from that growth fund, how you help people.
Yeah,
Meals.
awesome.
I heard there's like feeding the hungry. That's crazy.
Yeah, there were contributions also, even during the original team. That was the original precept of the token, was a charity-driven token. And we think that still, that baseline still has a lot of, like, it's something that we should nurture. So in the upcoming staking pools that we have for the platform, which are going to come very soon, we have also what's called charity pools, where you can stake your tokens and you get a certain yield percentage, but then half of the proceeds go to a charity, like a designated charity.
Really cool.
So we're going to have like a pool for that. So the cool thing about this is you're able to stake your tokens, donate to charity, still get some money yourself, and not lose any of your principal, right? So if you're staking your tokens and you're getting like a 20% yield, you're still getting 10% for yourself, and then 10% goes to charity, and you don't lose anything.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
That is really amazing. Really great
And
job.
yeah, and we expect to have those like very early on. And of course, with staking, because you guys were talking about NFTs and the gun NFTs, which I also think they look pretty incredible, pretty awesome. There's also the ability to stake those NFTs as well to receive rewards, or even dedicated charity pools that can only accept those NFTs, things of that sort, right? Because
That's
NFTs
awesome.
are tokens just like anything else.
Yeah, that was actually one of the questions I wanted to ask is staking NFTs. For example, if someone purchases a Yummy gun for our video game that's coming out, Osiris Protocol, how exactly does that work? If I purchase a one of the one of one Yummy gun, right? $30,000, right?
Yeah.
I buy that gun and now I'm staking it. What happens? How does the owner benefit from that?
So you could create a specific pool that only accepts that one token. Like, so we have, as comparable to when we launched NFTs also in Yummy, that we had, if you buy more than a certain amount, you get this one of a kind NFT.
Yeah.
You can create a unique pool that only accepts one type of NFT, right? Because each NFT essentially has its own ID and it's part of a contract. And that's how you can really benefit someone who, essentially truly believes in the project and makes a significant commitment. You can say, look, there's the utility that we have right now for this. You can use it in the game. But in the future, we're going to create a specific pool that you are the only one who can stake in that pool. We're also going to offer all kinds of other things, especially because we have big plans for something, for example, the Yummy Academy, which is, educational videos, very in-depth content about blockchain, that goes well above and beyond your average YouTube video. And we're going to offer the incentives for the people who bought the gun NFTs, like at a certain amount of certain categories, certainly for the person who buys the top one, to get free access to the Yummy Academy for life. Yeah, to get all, in addition to the bragging rights of having one of one, also having access to the Yummy Academy for life, access to also a wide range of things, especially because in the growth fund, we have this plan that when we hit $10 million, we're going to make a big party in Vegas, and we're certainly going to make space for the people that buy the NFT guns as well. There's definitely going to be a very special section just for those. So yeah, we have a lot of things planned for anything that carries the whole Yummy ecosystem and carries the Yummy brand. It's something that we feel very strongly about.
That's awesome.
Sold. I'm going to buy that
Yeah.
gun.
Yeah.
Wait. Can I interject one small quick question?
Yeah.
Is it if I start a Kickstarter campaign, everyone out there, to help me fund myself purchasing the NFT gun, is that a conflict of interest? I'm actually kidding because I see Armando eyeballing that NFT gun, and that's the one I want.
It's
Yeah.
done. It's already purchased. Sorry, one of one.
Yeah, that's the whole
As he was
beauty about the
speaking.
NFTs. The whole beauty about NFTs is they are always in mint condition. They never
Yes.
get ruined. You never lose
Yep.
them. You never lose track, and it's there forever. It exists. And even if one day you lose access to the account that holds the NFT, you can still see the NFT. You just can't own it. And I think that that's going to be very interesting because you're going to have someone at some point is going to own some insane NFT worth millions and millions of dollars, and he's going to lose the keys to that wallet
Oof.
and live with the fact that he lost 5 or 10 or
Yeah.
$20 million worth of NFT. He can only see it, but he can't actually own it.
Oh
And I think
man,
that'll be interesting.
that's heartbreaking.
That's
heartbreaking.
But it will happen. It will happen for sure.
Yeah. Really neat technology to do different things in the internet space, and I'm looking forward to all of the opportunities that come about. And really fun time to be involved with crypto.
Yeah.
Yeah. and the OR token is, and if I could, I watched your latest AMA, which was very eye-opening to say the least. Being that the OR token is on the Binance blockchain, you seem to think that, or you believe that the Binance chain is going to be around for a while.
100%.
Right, and can you summarize just in a quick blurb for those who have not seen your AMA, why you think that?
I think Binance is not only gonna have staying power. I think they're gonna be the alpha dog. I honestly think so. I think they're gonna beat everybody, including Ethereum and potentially even Bitcoin. Now, what I mean by beating Bitcoin, I mean Bitcoin will be always perceived as a huge store of value, much like digital gold. It will be digital gold. There's no question about it. It will be ubiquitous. It will be unanimously accepted. But BNB and Binance is going to be the one that's going to take the biggest slice of the pie. They are the Amazon of this space, if you will. And the reason is very simple. When you look at history, we have a lot of lessons when it comes to dominant companies, dominant mindsets and standards, what have you. And it always comes down to a combination of factors, which Binance has all of them. I'm not going to go into detail of every single one, but essentially they have a cash flow machine that is ridiculously profitable, the Binance exchange, which generates upwards of $50 million of profit a day, if you go by the volume estimates. They have a leader who is, in his own way, a visionary and has big ideas of where he wants to take this field. And they're already doing everything that companies like Facebook and Microsoft have done back in the day to essentially unify a lot of the field around them. Not so much forcing, but essentially making the field comply. And Binance, like if you think about it, for example, let's say the Binance chain right now would start having issues and people would say, yeah, this sucks. I'm not going to use this chain because it's too slow, too expensive. CZ could say, okay, I'm going to be spending $10 million a day in R&D and hire whoever I have to hire and do whatever I have to do to get this chain back to where it needs to be. What other company in this space can do that? Even the Ethereum Foundation that has about $2 billion or so of reserve funds, Binance generates that in 40 days. In 40 days, they have the entire reserve of the Ethereum Foundation. So everybody is, for example, banking on Ethereum 2.0, which I think is going to be an incredible technological leap to solve all the Ethereum problems. And I think it will do a lot for it. But then it's like, well, who's to say there's not going to be a Binance Smart Chain 2.0 or 3.0? Like, who's to say that development is going to stop on the competitive side? And historically, the ones who win are the ones who have the leaders that commit the capital, that have the vision, stay the course, and also incredibly hardworking and, have an insane work ethic. And I think CZ is different from Vitalik in a way he's not a full-blown visionary to the same level like Vitalik or Elon Musk or those kinds of guys, but he does have a vision, and he's a very consistent guy. He's someone that businessmen can look at him and say, I can make a deal with this guy. I can work with this guy. Vitalik, super innovative, incredibly smart, but wearing unicorn t-shirts to a conference might not be the best way sometimes. Like it comes across a little bit. Sometimes you need a red-blooded capitalist in some aspects, because that's why Bill Gates won the whole operating system stuff, because at the end of the day, he was still a businessman. Yeah. So long story short, Binance is here to stay. Not financial advice, but I honestly believe that BNB at $1,000 is a foregone conclusion. $5,000 totally possible. It will pass Ethereum, I have no doubts, and it will become the most prevalent system unless something dramatically material. And they're also going to be the ones fighting the heaviest regulatory battles. They're the ones making the money, so they're going to be the ones on the crossheads. But, they're the barbarian at the gate, and once they kick the gate down, they're going to take the king's route. That's just the way it is.
Wow. So, I like how you put that.
I was going to say, that's a great way to say it. Absolutely.
Yeah, they're going to get a beating. They're going to have some scars, but they're going to be the ones crushing that gate. That's for sure.
To persevere. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, cool. Thank you for that. I mean, yeah, that was, if you, whoever has a chance, those listening and those who will be watching this, make sure you check out Yummy Crypto's page, yummy-crypto.com, and their YouTube channel for just type in Yummy Crypto, and the Yummy Project official page will come up, where you can watch Joe's latest AMA. It was my eye-opening for me with the whole Binance blockchain, which our OR token is a part of. So
absolutely,
just saying.
Yeah.
So Joe, I got one more question for you. And again, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. And sorry for the technical difficulties that we had, but thank you for being patient, and thank you for those who are watching, being patient with us. Got past that. But I see the Yummy logo on you. Obviously you're not on camera. And your persona is very mysterious, sort of like, I don't know if like Charlie of Charlie's Angels. You had the Charlie's Angels talking to this Charlie guy who's international man of mystery. But he had all the cool tools, he had all the cool toys, he just had the answer for everything, which is what it seems like, what it kind of seems like this is, right? Will we ever in the future, whether it be near or in a couple of years, tomorrow, whenever, will we ever know who Joe Foot really is?
Oh no, absolutely. So we have this running thing on Yummy that once the growth fund hits $10 million, we're going to make a big party in Vegas. It's going to be one for the ages, and if nothing else, people will definitely see me there. But
we won't know who you are.
Exactly. Like we won't know at the party, but we'll make some sort of announcement. But I think it's a very cool point, because it touches on the whole aspect of keeping mysterious. And once you know who someone is, they kind of become real, and then they become a real person, no longer an idea or a sort of an abstract concept. But in crypto, I think the concept of doxing is sometimes one that's a little bit underestimated. And the reason is simple. I mean, I understand why people dox, right? I'm seeing you guys on camera. You all look like great dudes, and people smile and everything. And I think, yeah, I feel good with these guys. I can work with these guys, and it's human empathy. But the other issue is that, when you're heading a project, especially when you have direct control over, a couple $1 million in crypto assets, unlike a bank, if I stop you in the middle of the street and I ask you to give me $1 million and I point a gun at you, even if you did a wire transfer on your phone, the bank would reject it. Even if you went to the bank and say, I want to write a $1 million check to this guy, the bank would be like, what the hell is happening here? There's fail-safes for that.
Yeah.
But with crypto, there's no such thing. So if you catch someone on the street and you have the assets on your phone, I don't, of course, because I'm not an idiot. But if you have a couple $1 million on your phone and someone knew that and stopped you, it would literally take them a minute to steal all your money. And there's stories about that. There's a lot of stories about people who got robbed at gunpoint and taken like 200 grand, 300 grand, because it's so simple. Once they have access to your wallet, it's equally easy to transfer $10 as it is $100,000.
Oh, easy.
So with that said, when Vegas comes, and it will come in Yummy, we will have probably multi-signature wallets for the growth fund and all kinds of other additional fail safes. And at that point, people knowing who I am is going to make no difference in terms of that
Gotcha.
risk factor. But until then, I strongly advise anybody who's thinking about starting a crypto project, understand that crypto never sleeps. When you have a Telegram with 18,000 people like we do, you get hundreds of messages on the regular, like every day.
Really?
And crypto never sleeps. Like people just don't sleep. Like they expect, and it's a grind. You have to wake up every day and keep pushing it, moving it forward, and sooner or later they will pay off. At least you hope so. But and if you dox yourself, and if you're in control of a large amount of funds, and people start saying crazy things on chat to you, it becomes a bit more. It's an additional stress. And anybody who does that without understanding that type of risk is simply not someone who's thinking this like thoroughly. But with that said, I 100% one day will reveal myself, and I think it will be an interesting day for everybody. But I will say this: in Vegas, I will spend quite a bit of time undercover until I say who I am. I'll probably avoid speaking as much as I can.
Of course.
That's awesome.
To kind of get a feel.
But if there's a bunch of huge buff, like John Cena looking guys around this one character, you're like, that guy.
Well, we do have some pretty big dudes in the community. I mean, some of the guys we have in the community are some pretty like martial arts and weightlifting dudes. I mean, there's some big dudes in here. So
Joe, you don't have to accept this idea, but if it were me, I would walk around like wearing a Mandalorian helmet for a couple days and keep everyone guessing, or something. Anyway, that's awesome.
You can make it a little bit of an interesting
reveal.
Interesting reveal. No, but I think it's definitely important. And of course, on the whole trust factor, it's important to know who you're dealing with. But I think that more important than that, consistency is key. Like to,
of course,
have a certain contract with your holders, contract in quotes in a sense, and just be consistent every day. Show up, let people know that you care about the project as much as possible, and that you're true to yourself and true to others, and just keep doing your thing, man. Just keep grinding. Like in your case, you guys, you just keep producing content, you keep developing the platform, you keep doing, and sooner or later it comes to life.
That's what we're doing every day, trying to be better than the previous.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we definitely love being on the same team with you, Joe, and the Yummy crew.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. Yes. Sean and I will come out to Vegas and pull personnel.
Man, absolutely.
For you.
Yeah, you come to Vegas. You guys come to Vegas. Yeah. Everybody meets up. It'll be awesome.
Well, Joe, thank you so much again for your time. Thank you for your patience with us with a little difficulty. But again, appreciate it. And for everyone watching, please.
That was all part of the show. It was all part of the show.
Please check out yummy-crypto.com to learn about how to get some Yummy coin. And definitely check out their official YouTube page, which is Yummy Project Official on YouTube. Really appreciate the time again, Joe. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you for having me, and it's always great to talk with you guys. And
you too.
Stay tuned because we're gonna do a lot of things with OR, with the NFTs and everything. So
man,
really excited.
Can't
about
wait.
That.
Awesome, man.
One of one.
One of one. They can be only one. They can be only one.
Yeah. Thank you again. Have a good evening.
Bye, guys. Have a good evening. Take care.
Talk to you later, Joe.
Care.
Yo, that was a fun time.
That guy knows what he's talking. He really knows what he's talking about. That guy, man.
Yeah. Who watched his AMA? I did, and I'm like, wow, this guy knows what he's talking about.
I'm going to now. I'm going to watch.
Their educational content is
without
a doubt, hands down, really high quality stuff.
That's
Go
awesome.
check it
Oh,
out.
yeah.
And for everyone out there, like I like what he mentioned about the tutorial videos they plan on putting together,
Yeah.
like far surpass. I mean, I love YouTube for what it is. We're on YouTube, and I love watching how-tos on YouTube, but you get a little lost in that kind of stuff sometimes.
Yes.
So I like that he brought that up.
Yep.
So,
And
Joe.
where do you find it? Where do you find it? Yummy-crypto.com
That's right.
Yep.
or on YouTube, the Yummy Project official page.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Man, but that Binance episode of his, it'll make you want to either invest in Binance or buy more token because our token is somehow linked to Binance and you can convert it back there. And but why would you want to when you can hodl as long as you can, because that BNB is going to go through the roof. So if you have ore that you're going to convert to BNB one day, whoo! Anyway, but where can you buy ore token again? Our website.
Or-system.com.
Yep, on the shop. On the shop. You don't have to just use your credit card. If you got Binance, if you got Bitcoin, if you got Doge, Ethereum, Litecoin, Tether, or USD coin, buy some more. Buy some more.
Buy more ore. More
Buy
ore.
s'more. Okay, that's enough.
Sir.
Or hey, if you have some ore and you want to mint stuff, go on our forge.
Yes.
Jeez, you can mint
Yeah,
stuff.
everybody needs
Sir.
to go swing through the forge and play around with minting stuff. Some of the nuance with the Binance token is the content within the content. So play around with on the forge, check it out. It's really neat stuff.
Yeah, the
You guys-
forge.
I wonder if this episode is going to be 2 parts. Is that the
It
way?
is.
Is
It
that
is
the way it's
2
going to end up
parts, by
working
the
out
way.
now?
Yes,
It's going
it
to be a
is.
2-parter.
It's
Yep.
a two-parter. You're gonna have to give both links, Jimmy. All your fault.
It's all my
And
fault.
sorry about that, guys. Thank you so much for staying with us. But guess what? It is time for the community segment. Community segment. We have Constance.
Yes.
Constance from the Telegram groups. I'm gonna get her in here. Why not? Why not get her in here? What do you think?
Absolutely.
What's your
Oh,
thing?
let's check. Let's see what we got.
As
here.
wonderful as I think we all are, if get someone new in here finally, right? We had
Yep.
Joe, now we have
I'm
Constance.
surprised Lucas has been hanging out this long. I'm surprised
I
he's
know.
busy
Thanks,
as hell.
man.
Here
No.
we go. Here we go.
Hello, Constance. How's it
Hello.
going?
Constance, how are you?
Good. Hey guys. Hey, going good.
Right
Good,
on.
I
good,
love
good.
I love
Dig it.
love
Yeah.
your icon that you're using. I
Oh
love
yeah,
it, love
let
it,
me
love
look at
it.
that.
That is
Yeah.
Well,
very cool.
I had to change it real quick for going on the Warrior Hour, right?
Yeah.
That actually. So we have some of our own. That looks
Yeah.
better than ours. Man.
That
looks
is better.
great.
I'm looking. I'm
Wow.
getting a little
Yeah.
close up here.
Yeah, that
That
looks
is
awesome.
nice. You
It
go,
is-
Constance.
It is.
Thank you
really,
so much for. Oh, I'm out of focus. So, Constance, sorry that it took a little bit to get to you. We had a little technical difficulty that you may have seen, but as true warriors, before we can even post out new links, everyone else had new links already posted. Thank you. That is the kind of community we have.
Yep.
Thank you very much. So, Constance, and we asked this of all our community guests. How did you find out about us? And did you just stumble upon us? Did you look for us, or did someone tell you about us? How did you come about finding the OR system?
Well, actually, I'm part of a group of individuals. Aries mentioned it while he was on.
Ah.
We came together under the crazy world of crypto, and it was actually introduced to our group by Cube Street, which is a website that just is all about security and doing your own research. And they introduced what we call gems of ore into the group, and I went and did more research and really just fell in love with the project as a whole and the company.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Sweet.
Cool. So okay. So you just didn't stumble. Okay. So I mean, some people just stumbled upon us. Some people actually. Oh wow. Some people just heard about it from word of mouth. And
I stumbled on it, and now I work here. If truth be known, so that's awesome.
And I know that with the unfortunate news. I mean, how did you take the news about the unfortunate delay in delivery of the beta?
Well, honestly, when I saw that message come across Telegram, it completely made sense. I think a quality Osiris protocol release in Q1 is worth the delay. I can empathize with the disappointment, but honestly, I think that people need to recognize this is not, Osiris isn't an introduction to OR as a cryptocurrency. It's an introduction of OR as a company.
Yes.
And I think that's very important to be very quality driven.
Wow.
We only wish
Wow.
everybody had your disposition.
Oh.
It's
on
really
the
cool when
delay
people get it.
process. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Wait. Hold on.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, Scott. You
Sorry.
hit us. You hit
You
us
hit
right
a-
in the heart on that one. Wow.
I know. Thank you. Thank
Seriously,
you.
that
Good thing I had a towel here.
Right.
Oh. Yeah,
I'll take that one of one yummy gun there.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang it. There it goes.
Yeah.
Constance, if
I-
you, myself, and Armando, if we pool our money together, you get it on Mondays and Wednesdays. I'll take it Tuesdays and Thursdays. Armando will take it Friday and Saturday. Can we figure that out? No, probably not. Anyway.
As long as Eric doesn't put it up or like, in the future when you can start betting your stuff, as long as he doesn't, because EKE. He'll be like,
Yeah,
oh,
right.
great, thanks, Eric died. Great, thanks.
I mean, maybe if he had that gun, he wouldn't be EKE. right?
That's
You know,
right.
right?
Yeah.
Am I right? These guys
He'd
figure
He'd
it
be
out all the time.
like kinda easy. KEKE.
You know what? Let me tell you something real quick, man. I'm telling you, like you guys would just wait for me to respawn and then bam, we're down again. There was a
Oh,
time.
I
it
think
was
there's
8
like a
times in
6
row.
second. I think there's like a 6 second thing where you can't kill him.
Marginal
But-
kill, Eric.
Oh man, whatever.
But no, thank you, Constance, for that. Yeah, I mean, definitely
Yeah.
appreciate the empathy there. Yeah, sure, there were a lot of disappointed folks, but again, if they can understand, just like you did, that again, it's just not a shooter, right? It's not just like a first-person shooter. It introduces the whole system as a whole, right? And if we can't do that right, or if it doesn't come out right the first time, it's probably worse than us delaying it, right? So thank you for that.
Yep.
Thank you.
Hi, Constance. I'm Jimmy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing,
I'm
Jimmy?
good. Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Could you maybe possibly, I know you were hanging with Aries in that group, so maybe you might have the same answers he had, but could you compare the OR system to other projects you might have been part of?
Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately comparing OR is like comparing apples to oranges.
Wow.
I don't know any other crypto out there that is doing what OR is. I think that there are ones that are creating games where that cryptocurrency is used, but I don't think that they're fully encompassing what OR is as a whole. So a cryptocurrency can make a game on the metaverse. I think when metaverse talk really started, we
Right.
started seeing all these cryptocurrencies are like, we're going to create a game and then we're going to create a metaverse. And I think that's becoming the popular idea, where charity tokens were popular in the early summer. I think we're going to metaverse ones. But I think if you look at OR again as a whole, I think that's going to be my main answer for you guys throughout this
Yeah.
thing
Right.
is it's a company and what it's doing to make it accessible to gaming, period, I think is huge.
That might tie into my next question about what you might find unique about the OR system. I kind of think you've maybe just a little bit answered it right there. But what is it that you really find unique about the OR system?
Yeah, so I think the unique thing about OR is I fully believe in the tag that I throw on all of my Twitter posts of not just a token. You don't even need to dive that deep into the website or the AMAs that you guys hold to see that this is first and foremost a company. I know personally from just what I do outside of cryptocurrency, when it was announced that OR System was going from an LLC to an incorporation, the first thought that I had was corporate shares. And that's the first step in that transition, right? Is LLC structure, losing that. And just seeing the company and the products that are coming. I mean, I get really excited when I talk about just the SDK and the Forge and how all those are going to incorporate to where you think of John Smith Gaming, who's just created games and is like, I like this cryptocurrency and this blockchain, but what do I even do? Well,
Right.
OR, that's what you go to. You go to OR System and they hook you into the blockchain.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we'll set you up. I mean, I'm really happy about our communities. Like, knowledge in this. I mean, like you guys really, really know sometimes a little bit more about the project than we do sometimes, and it's nuts. You know, like you guys are on top of the game, and it's really
James, our CEO, is here. Careful what you say.
Makes us feel makes us feel real good to hear. Like it makes us feel real good to hear stuff like this because we are a company now. We really wanted to take this that way. We didn't just want to be a token. We wanted to try to do something for the 8 of us that we have never done before and make it something worthwhile. So thank you for all that encouragement.
Yep.
Yeah.
And actually, that what Jimmy just said, this kind of somewhat ties into what my question was going to be. You talked about doing the research first, which is always smart. You look at something, you heard through the grapevine or through Aries Crypto and through some of these communities about OR system. What advice would you give the current holders of OR or potential holders or potential?
Well, I say definitely do your own research, but like I said, it doesn't take that big of a deep dive into the OR. But I think remembering the main purpose of OR, and that's not a cryptocurrency, and not to say that the token is an afterthought, but ultimately, in my opinion, the knowledge of what OR means for games out there that think that ever incorporating that blockchain would be super expensive or way too complicated, or the developers that they would have to hire for that. That's what OR is going to do, is going to make that accessible. This isn't a pump and dump. I think it's a purchase and hold, and continue to purchase and hold, and continue to purchase and hold, especially when we see numbers right now. That's a huge buy indicator for me.
Sure.
Not financial advice. Can you play that warning? Not financial advice.
Yeah.
Not financial advice.
Everybody heard that. Everyone heard that. Yeah.
Well,
It's a crazy time
we're
for crypto
accepting
right now.
applications with the pitch like that, Constance. We're accepting applications, so get ready. We might be assimilate you to the team here. You're singing all the right songs. Everything you're saying is what we're trying to meet as a company. We're a part of this community. We want to bring quality product to the community so we can continue to represent and participate. And thanks to members like you and supporters, you make it easy for us to show up and want to do the right thing as a priority. Super easy.
Yep.
Thank you, Lucas.
Man.
Yeah. Didn't mean to take it down a notch there.
No, it's just really deep.
No,
in there.
no.
It got really deep.
Yeah.
A little deep. It's like, man, this is supposed to be fun, man.
Well, I don't know. James, you got that EKE thing? You got that EKE thing?
I got the little
Throw
flash?
that out.
I think every time we say EKE, it's supposed to flash. I hope
All
it's
right.
flashing.
What's your Twitter
Sorry,
handle?
Eric. All the love.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's all right.
Working
All the love, Eric.
I could take a good ribbing.
I'll probably be shot up too in the shooting game, but I can't wait for like the racing and the fighter game, because then I'll probably seriously kick some. So
If Jimmy ever does make that a T-shirt, my daughter will be the first one to buy one.
Oh, yeah.
She laughed.
Buy. I'm gonna just give them to your daughters.
Yeah, she thought that was funny. Anyway,
I think shower curtain is next up on the shop. EKE
I'll
shower
take one.
curtains.
I
I think that's it. That and the towel.
Man. How about it, man?
But Constance, thank you again for your time. Sorry it was a little late, and thank you for hanging with us here on the Warrior Hour. Really appreciate the time, the effort, the posts, and the support and empathy today. Really appreciate it. If all our warriors could be like you, whew, we'd be at the moon already. We'd be at the moon.
It'd be a Pluto.
Well, thank you guys for everything you do, and I'm looking forward to just OP and what that means for the company. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
you.
Really appreciate it.
Oh,
Have a good day. Have a good evening. Take care.
You too.
Cheers.
Constance, you're the best. Thanks so much.
Ciao.
Awesome.
Man, what a show.
yeah.
I love our
She
community.
get it set up. Oof.
Man, her answer,
Yeah.
that got
Right.
man, I had to
Smart.
stop. I had a frog in my throat, man.
She's
That was
smart as a whip.
Constance, thank you so much.
Thank you. Man, what a show. What a show today.
This
It's a
one might be
two-parter.
this one might be my
Two-parter.
favorite one, and we had some
Yeah.
pretty intense issues there.
Eric just liked that my computer crashed.
And for those who, since when, and I wish we had bloopers. That would have been so cool. For
That's a
those
blooper.
who did not
Yeah.
see,
Yeah.
when it went down, we weren't live. But Jimmy, I know his face looks white now, but it turned red, and he got angry, and he started. I had to mute him. I muted him because the Yummy CEO came in. And I'm like, no, Jimmy, shut up.
I'm sitting over there
Yeah.
screaming, what? Oh my God.
It was funny. So I had to. I was like, I almost kicked him out of the room. I'm like, if I kick him out of the room, he's not going to be allowed back in, and
Kick
then
myself
we're in
out.
real trouble.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. How about it?
So, but no, it was good, guys. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, this is great.
Lucas, thank you for your time.
Yeah,
this
absolutely.
afternoon.
yeah.
Thanks for letting me hang out for the
Important.
whole show. Usually, you guys kick me off in about 10 minutes.
Oh.
No, it was
No,
great. Hey,
love
anytime you
having
want to
you.
come in, man.
Right
Anytime you want to come in.
before Lucas jumped on, though, it was one of those, hey guys, the boss is going to be here. Everyone looked busy. That's I'm kidding. Lucas, it's always great having you. Actually, it's always
Absolutely.
inspiring, and yeah, it was awesome. It
Yeah,
was cool 'cause
man.
we kind of were joking around about his CEO and CEO. You know, we have our CEO and we had Yummy's CEO.
Yeah, well, if they're gonna
Yeah.
represent, we're gonna represent. Shoot,
Professional
shoot.
courtesy, you know.
Come
Absolutely.
on, man.
Absolutely. Well, we're gonna
But
have
no.
Lucas on more often. We are
Yeah.
if we can get him.
We're
I
gonna
know,
have
I know,
Absolutely.
I know he's got a lot of stuff on his plate. but
more of our team's going to be on more often, I'm sure. Let's try.
Absolutely.
Let's shoot for that.
Especially
Absolutely.
once the once OP gets out there and these guys can actually take a breath.
Oh my God.
I'm
Yes.
sure they'd love to just like unwind and like vent out here, like all the struggles they had and burning the midnight oil and telling us the stories, Dev Diaries. You know, in my day,
Yeah.
I had to write V1 of Forge.
Yeah. Right. We had to
Shut up,
We
Jonah.
had to
You know
walk
what
to
you're
Radio
doing.
Shack. We had to walk to Radio Shack to get the hardware.
What
I
you
had
want
to
to do is you
I
want
had
to
to
get
write
yourself.
code on a Vax machine, C+.
Oh, wait. Man, I wish. Oh God, I'm not gonna put Jimmy in the spot, but when we were in Vegas, he did a little mini impression of Jonah. It was spot on, man. I wish I
Let's
would.
hear it, let's see it.
Look. What you want to do first, okay? Okay? First, okay?
No, man, it was good. That's awesome. That was good.
You want to
That was
get
good.
yourself
That
a,
was
me-
good.
a MetaMask, okay? A MetaMask,
NFC,
okay?
okay? NFC.
Yes, sir.
NFC.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh man, we love you, Jonah. We love
Oh, I
you.
miss him, man.
He's
I
not.
know
He's
he's so
not.
busy.
There's no comments. He's not. Is he not? Oh, he
He's
can't.
busy.
he's
they are
busy.
they are working
Yeah.
hard at the
Yeah.
Slack. You can see in the
I
Slack
was-
they're working right now.
The tech
Yeah,
team's
they
got
are.
smoke coming out of their ears, man.
Yeah.
They're burning the candle at both ends, trying
I
to
got
get
a
this
feeling-
thing right.
I got a feeling Tech's gonna get a vacation after this is done.
Yeah.
Actually, and I just got a
Take a
text.
play out of Joe's book, man. Go out to Vegas for a week and shut it down.
There you
I
go.
just
Yeah.
I just got a text from the team asking we need to test out the killing ability. Let Eric in the room. They want me in the room.
There you
Already.
go. EKE.
EKE, baby.
Where is
EKE.
it? Flash. Dink.
Yep.
EKE.
EKE.
Get him
Right?
in
I
How
there.
didn't
about
see it.
it? All right. Anyway.
So, hey, Gina, what's
if you
going
can find
on?
that, yeah.
No, I'm just looking
if you
looking
put
at
that-
the YouTube channel. But go ahead.
There you go.
There it is.
Yeah.
But hey, Gina. Hey, Abby. Hey, Carlos. What's going on? I saw someone from Brazil here. Tudo bem? Bom dia or bon noche. Tudo bem. I don't know my Portuguese that well, but my barber, my gym instructor, they're all Brazilian, so I thought I could throw in some Brazilian or Portuguese out there. But yeah, just checking out, just seeing if there were any questions on the YouTube channel before we call it a night here.
And actually, I do want to say something. Thanks to our community. I know on Telegram, especially because you guys are out there spreading the word. And we were shown a lot of support and love from you guys, even after the announcement of the delay of Osiris Protocol. Wanted to thank you guys for that. And we still got a lot of people behind us, and that really means the world. It really does.
Yep.
If you like this show, like and subscribe. Please watch
Yep.
the show and like and
Yeah.
subscribe. Like the channel,
And,
subscribe, spread the word.
Hey,
And
so,
buy a cool wallet. Buy a cool wallet.
Oh yeah,
man.
don't
Oh,
forget
yeah.
the cool wallet.
hey,
It's still got my-
5%. 5%
Yep.
merchandise. Which side is the screen? It's there somewhere, but there's a
Oh.
5% coupon up there. Hey, I just saw some guy named Samuel. I thought this was funny. Apart from Eric and Armando, who are the two other guys?
Yeah, right.
That's funny.
Oh man.
I'm just saying, you gotta love YouTube comments. This is
do.
great. I'm just going on real quick, but just killing time. But again, thank you for everyone on the Warrior Hour who's joined us. Those watching live, those sticking with us through the little difficulty. We got past that, and you guys, it's like we never left. So thank you for that. Thank you for those who are going to be watching this, for the millions and millions who will be watching this later. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Lucas. Thank you, James, for your time.
Armando.
Yeah, I try. Thank you, Joe Foot. Man, who is this guy? The international man of mystery.
And we kept his mystique intact. No one knows what he looks like. We got to hear his voice, so we kept his mystery.
I don't know. He sounds like a young Arnold Schwarzenegger. I thought. I was like, man,
it's hard to place. Sometimes the accent's hard to place. Like,
yeah, I can't tell.
I can't quite tell. I couldn't quite tell, but you could say almost anything and probably be right. I mean, it's just so hard to place accents.
Maybe it's Arnold. Maybe the Arnold Schwarzenegger that we know doesn't really have a thick accent, and he's really like a really smart crypto guy.
Yep. Well, that was awesome, actually, Joe. Thank you if you're out there listening. Thank you,
sir.
Thank you again, Joe, and Constance. Man, again, thank you for the during our community segment. Thank you for
she hit me right in the heart. Words. She hit me right in the heart. Thank you, Constance. You hit me right in the heart.
Man, all right. So thank you guys. It was a great show. Episode 10.
Might be 2-part.
Episode 10, 2 parts. 1, 2, 5 and 5, 5 and 5. So thank you. Yep. We will see you all again next week here on the Warrior Hour. Have a good evening, everyone.
Have a good one, guys.
Thanks, Randy.
Be good. Love you.
Introducing the Cool Wallet Pro, an enhanced hardware wallet the size of your credit card. It packs the most sophisticated cold storage technology inside, giving you full control of your digital assets whenever, wherever you need it. Cool Wallet Pro connects offline to only your mobile device within a 10-meter distance, and requires you to physically confirm every transaction on your Cool Wallet Pro after checking transaction details for optimal security. Cool Wallet Pro is designed for the professional crypto user who needs more than just superior security in a hardware wallet. You can plug in directly to the world of DeFi, DEXs, and other dApps, allowing you to earn easy passive income from staking and DeFi on the best crypto blockchains. Through our extensive marketplace, you can trade, sell, and buy directly from trusted third parties, all within the Cool Wallet app. While staying anonymous, retaining data privacy, and avoiding trust risks. With Cool Wallet Pro, the key to your future is in your hands.